Hey, Rob Aubrey here. Welcome to Insider Training. So I have a question for you. If you got face-to-face with 20 sellers per month, would your business improve? Well, of course, the obvious answer is yes. So let's dive into 20 sellers a month, okay? It's a lot easier than you think. So let's talk about for sale by owners and expireds. So that kind of like the 20 sellers got you excited, but if you're sale by owners and expired, some people didn't get too excited about that. So, but think about it. If you were to knock on, and obviously, and they answered the door, one for sale by owner and one or expired per day. One per day is that's 20 for sellers per month. Okay, that, like I said, I asked that question, would that improve your business? The answer was yes. So all you have to do is one for sale by owner or expired you have to talk to face to face per month. So let's talk about that. How does that work? Well, there's for sale by owners, how do you find them, right? And expireds, they're actually easy. There's services that do that. So I have one, I'll put the link in this video, not in the video, but down on the page here. So there's a service you can buy them and it hooks it up to a CRM. It's pretty slick. So what happens is you pay money and then you get a CRM to log into, and all the for sale by owners or expires, whichever you're calling on, or whichever package you buy. There's even circle dialing that you can buy a list and they'll all be plopped in there. And so let's say you're calling on a for sale by owner and that address gets listed, it'll be flagged listed. So you can just call and make notes and all that kind of stuff. And so, but let's talk about for sale by owners. You have to call them up. So the first batch, you go through them when they're all new, you call them, and your objective is, obviously the ultimate objective is to get the appointment. The odds of you calling a for sale by owner day one, the first phone call you make and set an appointment, is slim. It's slim, but it's possible, but very slim. So think about it. So your first batch of calls that you make, you're trying to, or the new batch, you're calling through them, you're really trying to filter out the ones you don't want to talk to. They're like, you look up their history, they're like, they've been on and off the market for 3 years. I mean, I call those perennials. They're just, they list every year. They're always overpriced. They're looking for the golden California guy that's going to pay cash, doesn't know anything about money, blah, 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 blah. So, obviously you don't want to follow with that guy. So you're looking for the highly motivated people. So you're trying to filter out those you don't want to work with and filter in those you want. And then once you identify the group that you want to work with, you want to put them in a follow-up system. Has to be massive follow-up. These people are highly motivated. There's other agents, you're competing. And we only need one or two a month. And 1 or 2 a month, life's good. And so you just need to follow up. You call them, you email them, you direct mail, door knock, give them, maybe some documents or whatever, just say, hey, you have any questions? One of the questions I love to ask for sale by owners, you have to have a good script to get through them. And this one here, there's a couple, no matter what they say, this one, it discombobulates them. And they're like, well, I don't want to list with a real estate agent. So then you'd say, okay, you don't want to list with an agent. Well, that's exactly why we need to get together. And so that just throws their game off so much that you're now taking control of the conversation again. Because a lot of times they say that to an agent and they're like, oh, and they go away. Where you're like, oh, okay, great. That's why we should get together. And that just like screwed their whole game up. And so then you can start moving forward with it. So anyway, so another one is, when they're telling you about this and that and this and that, you can just say, hey, let me ask you a question. If something were to go wrong contractually in the transaction, would your insurance cover that? And the obvious answer is probably no. I mean, unless they have some kind of special rider. But it throws them for a loop. It causes them to go, so just so you know, we have insurance to cover anything that can go wrong. So, but you have to have massive follow-up because other agents are following up and they're going to list with who's ever in front of them when they're ready. So that's the key to for sale by owner. Expireds are very similar. Now, the fundamental difference between an expired and a FSBO is an expired's already agreed to list. They've already agreed to pay a commission. So it's a different animal. So then there's the one you want to try and set the appointment day one, the first call, right? Get that appointment, get out there. Because usually, typically an expired listing doesn't sell because of price. Now, there could be some other mitigating factors, but Most times it's the price. We're in a shortage inventory, right? We have a low inventory climate. So the only reason why a property is not selling in this kind of climate is because it's overpriced, right? Everything in a low inventory climate sells. So really, you just got to get the appointment and get out there and do a powerful pricing presentation to get the correct price so that you can market it and get it sold. So that's it. So that's the game. Same thing, right? Call out, find out, and maybe they're not moving anymore. Maybe they want to take a break, but find out, hey, where were you moving to? Where were we going there? Why were you going there? Because of this. Well, what would you have liked to have been there? Well, you'd like to have been there already. Or, we're moving for school. So if they want to change schools, so, hey, they could be telling you to take a break because they're tired. But the reality is they're ready to go. So you need to stay on top of them so that you can get the appointment. Have some kind of massive follow-up system that keeps you in front of them until they're listed, right? And these tools, like I said, so if you're calling on expireds, you log in the morning, there's all the new expired listings, got the name, the owner, the owner's name, the phone numbers, all that kind of stuff. So you can start calling them. Mailing address if it's non-owner occupied, whatever. So those are, great ways. I mean, if you called them on a daily basis, that's all you did, right? Every day, 5 days a week for 2 hours a day. I mean, you would list properties. You would list a good bit of them. 2, 3 a month, easy. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Boring. Hearing all that crap over and over and over. I get it. But it can be very lucrative. So think about that. So if you have any questions about that, I'm more than happy to help you out and help you design a system. Just give me a call, 801-999-8209. Thanks and make it an awesome day.